These will look into a scenario in which the Nordics unite. And the first target they have is the easiest target, probably. Canada. Well, not that easy, but for the Nordics, yes. Because, well, for the Nordics, they're used to this kind of terrain from Nordic land. Plus, they probably want all the water in the world, literally. That's not all the water. The Nordics have a lot, too. But you want to know where most of the water is, if not a lot. There's a lot. So there's a lot of fresh water in this area. A lot of it is frozen. A lot of water here, lots of air here. Fresh water. Canada is just a bunch of hoarders, I guess. The rest of the world don't need the water, I guess. The rest of Canada doesn't need it. That's a good thing. But nobody lives there. With them moving into the most northern island, Elmer's Island. How are you invading that? But anyways. And they go back to Finland. Oh. Okay, Finland's back. Welcome back, Finland. And now they're in Nova Scotia. Who knew? And they're taking Montreal, and Quebec City, and Toronto, and Ottawa. See, Canada has all of its cities here. And Winnipeg, another big city. And now they're in all the rest of the cities. And they just ran a straight line. Sounds like a bad idea. But with Canada refusing to be weak, they get pushed out of Quebec and they're like, oh, that's not that bad. They get pushed out of Ontario. Now that's what's bad. But don't worry, they still have a few people living there. Well, Baffin Island can fall. And well, they're literally going to demolish Canada. Unless Canada starts hiring the polar bears, which they put in jail. So maybe that was a bad decision on them. But not wanting to annex this much of a vastity of the land, they decide they'll take just the eastern area, not northern islands. This is literally the border they came up with. Lower Canada's back on the plus side. And they decided to divide Canada into a west coast state. And Saskatchewan state. Literally. Literally. At least. Okay. So I'm sure the children will be happy having to draw all these islands when they're told by their teacher to draw islands. Don't worry, it's not like they divided Canada too much. There's now 3 Canadian puppets. I'm sure America's having a time of this, with the Nordics just literally annexing the entire Arctic. And with a vote, Alaska decides to join them, and America's very angry. But what are they going to do? Nothing. And then they're like, okay, so we don't make America too angry from what we just did. Let's invade Russia. Now, this isn't even realistic. Who would invade Russia in their right mind? But anyways. Well, then again, this is a wild. And Ukraine somehow kicks Russia fully out. Somehow. And the Baltics want to join the Nordic Federation, so they show them why. Russia says, Belarus, can you help us? Poland sees the writing on the wall, but don't care. And Britain's in a bit of trouble, because they think that they'll get invaded, so they defend Russia, which doesn't even make sense. But anyways, Britain just joins to tell the Nordics who's boss. But that goes really bad, because the Nordic Navy sinks their navy. And well, they managed to take out Belarus right away and instantaneously, with the Baltics making a little advance. With the Nordics not yet there, it's just Finland fighting, because Finland can destroy Russia. But then they lose, so the rest of the Nordics show up. With Ukraine launching a spearhead towards Moscow. With the Nordic spearhead catching up in a matter of days. With Moscow being encircled. And well, the complete collapse of the Russian state has occurred. With no leader, no rulers, local rulers take up arms and make their own countries. But the problem is, Britain calls on some allies. Especially when they hear about Germany and Poland are going to get invaded. They tell Germany and Poland this news. They also go around saying, oh, they wanted to invade you, France. They wanted to invade you, Ireland. They wanted to invade you. Look, a glorious team. Wait, Ireland and the UK? What kind of world is this? Well, it gets worse. The UK and Russia. Oh no, that can't even be possible. Lithuania and Ukraine invading Poland. Tell me I'm dreaming. Literally, I must be. This must not even be real. But anyways, let's continue with them managing to take out Poland in a few weeks, because they decided to invade them from both sides. With them deciding to go around the other way to give Germany 2 fronts to fight on. And we all know how 2 fronts for Germany goes. It goes like this. And well, nobody's able to make an offensive. Although, Britain manages to break the front lines in southern Germany. Although they don't get much out of it, except they make an encirclement and capture like 10,000 troops. So there's like 1 billion troops on board, literally. With them re-liberating Poland and re-liberating Germany. But they see that it was all Ireland, so they land in Ireland, I guess. And nobody expected landing in Ireland or Scotland. The British Navy sunk again. Tell me how you can sink a navy twice. With them even landing in northern France. And France decides to surrender. Nope. France says we will fight till the end. And they say they'll never surrender. They say burn everything and retreat. Just kidding, that wouldn't work in France. Just imagine that. And well, literally, France is demolished. So they surrender. Germany and Poland capitulate. And well, let's see the big treaty. The Treaty of Stockholm. Let's see how it goes. Over the Arctic. I think they won the race for the Arctic. With them controlling northern and eastern Canada, parts of Britain, northern France, Ireland, Iceland. They have complete control here of that strait, so they can control it. Then they have complete control of the Bering Strait and the Labrador Sea. So like they can just block it right from the Arctic if they want. But on top of that, they control all the fresh water. That would be useful if they had somebody to give it to, but they don't really. Because they'll probably just drink it. Although maybe Ukraine will take some. But they're probably going to start a war over their water supply. Because they got water here, 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 here. They got all the water in the world. Literally. Although most of it's frozen. So like global warming will be bad for us. Useful for them. That's all for today's video. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Wild Mapper out, but not until you subscribe. Bye, guys.